Hi everyone, this is Yoruki. Here's a collection of tricks to place down furniture in ArcheAge. The first trick I want to show you is the base for most of my builds. It's how to float items using a box. It takes a lot of practice to do, but it's simple in the end. The trick is to spam click to install the item while removing the one underneath. Make sure that the item you want to use this technique to float has furniture placement in its description and also matches the terrain on which you want to put it, whether it be yard or housing floor. The second trick I want to show you is how to place furniture using a portal. It's very simple. All you need to do is summon the portal and have your item ready to be put on the portal. Once the portal disappears, your item will be floating. You want to use this trick to place down furniture that can only be put on the floor or on walls. It also lets you put all your items at a standard height, which is the portal's natural height. This height may vary if your terrain is uneven. If you want your build to be higher up, you'll have to stack crates under yourself to be able to reach a height high enough for the portal to lift off the ground. This is usually 5 to 6 boxes height, depending on the terrain. This rule doesn't apply to underwater build, where you can just swim up a little bit and your portal will be at the same height as your character currently is. You can place items on top of the portal, on the front and on the back, but you cannot put anything underneath or on the sides. Even while using a portal, you're still bound by the rules of yard or housing floor. If you're looking for a specific height and the boxes don't seem to match that height, or you cannot find any other item, it's also possible to make items float using a sapling. Only items with large furniture placement in their description can be used to float that way. Once you uproot the sapling, your item will be floating. I often like to make my own tree house by using current furniture and putting it in a tree. It allows for more customization with which tree you want to make your house and what furniture you're using. This is done also by using a portal and putting the tree afterwards with the placement you like. Unlike furniture, you cannot rotate a tree simply before putting it down, but the placement of the tree matches the angle your character is currently facing. So if you want your tree a certain way, rotate your character before placing it. This one can take a long time because you have to wait for the tree to fully grow before you can appreciate the result. It's also possible to put another item within a bigger item. The only rule here is that no solid edges can touch each other, or you won't be able to place your item. Not all visible edges of an item actually count as a solid edge, so you'll have to do a lot of testing to see what can be put in what. It also means that the outer item needs to be hollow inside, which is not possible to know unless you try. Usually the item you want to put in the other item has to be smaller so it can fit inside. You'll want to use this trick to add functionality to items, like being able to sit on things, or to beautify items, like being able to put a plushie in an aquarium or in a tent. This is a very tricky glitch and will require a lot of experimenting to do things that haven't been done yet. But be careful, sometimes you can glitch your items beyond recovery. I advise you to stick to something that was already tested, or to do your own testing on PTS where you don't mind losing items. A little tip that helped me out when I actually broke my aquarium by trying to put something in there was to log out, log back in, and before items were able to be fully loaded, I was able to remove the item even though I couldn't see it. So maybe that can help you guys out if you get stuck like me. If you want to float items lower than the height of a portal and cannot do so with boxes, you can do it with different vehicles. The skateboard is the lowest item that allows you to float these things. Unfortunately, it's not a very even surface, so things will be a bit crooked, but depending on what you're trying to float, it may work for you. Even if the item shows that it cannot be placed, you can try and position it, then remove the skateboard and it'll let you put it down. Car wheels can also be used to float items. It's better to use the older models of cars as their wheels are more available. It's much easier to have a stable surface to position things without them being crooked on the car wheels than on the skateboards or on the haulers. This is a very useful trick with the fences that have additional textures underneath the ground to make them much higher. As I'm showing now, you can combine the portal trick with the car wheel float to be able to create a very high full wall. The texture that we've added here is visible to the eye, but it is not solid, so that's why you're able to position another fence underneath, but it also means that some characters can go through it. Now, specifically for the pavilions, the edges count as yards, so you're able to put fences like this, and all their texture will show. Again, you can combine this trick with the portal trick to be able to do a much higher full wall around the pavilion. It's very useful to be able to create some kind of towers on your land. That's all for the current placement tricks for furniture, and I hope you enjoyed it and that really helped you out. I'll make more of these videos as we find new tricks. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to see more of my build videos.